What's up, Kansas City Northlanders? Joe Nelson here with your October market update. Let's talk about what's really happening out there, because those everything's fine headlines aren't showing the full picture. Here's the deal. You'll see two types of market stats floating around: year-to-date numbers and month-over-month numbers. Think of it like the weather. Year-to-date is the average temperature for the year. Steady, big picture stuff. While month-over-month is what's happening right now, like realizing it's suddenly 95 degrees in October. And right now, Kansas City's real estate market just had a major temperature swing. Let's start with Clay County. Closed sales in September were up 8% compared to last September. That's strong. The median price hit $340,000, up 5% from last year. Also strong. Here's where it gets interesting. When you zoom out and you look at year-to-date, sales are only up 3.5% and prices are up just 1.5%. Translation: September crushed it compared to the rest of the year. The market heated up fast, buyers jumped back in, and activity spiked late in the season. Now, let's look at how long homes are taking to sell. In Clay County, the average home sat for 38 days in September, which is up almost 12% from last year. But year-to-date, the average is only up 3%. So while the long-term trend looks stable, the short-term reality is clear. Homes are starting to sit longer, and it's happening right now. Now let's move over to Platte County, and this one's wild. Closed sales in September jumped 27% with 136 closings. That's huge compared to just 8.5% growth year-to-date. Something flipped the switch for buyers last month. But here's the twist. While activity surged, prices slipped. The average sales price dropped 1.7% in September, even though it's still up 1.2% year-to-date. So all year, prices have been climbing until last month. That's a signal buyers are starting to win negotiations. And now, for the most dramatic shift, days on market in Platte County more than doubled. Homes went from 24 days last September to 50 days this September. That's a 108% increase. Year-to-date, it's only up 27%. So again, the big picture looks calm, but the most recent data says the market is cooling fast. So what does all of this actually mean for you? If you're a seller, those year-to-date numbers might make you think everything's fine, but the month-over-month data is shouting something different. The market is shifting right now. Buyers have more leverage than they've had in years, especially in Platte County. That means you cannot afford to overprice your home. You cannot afford to list it without being photo perfect and show ready. If your house sits for more than 2 weeks without solid interest, you need to make real price adjustments fast. If you're a buyer, this is your moment. The data shows sellers are getting more realistic, homes are sitting longer, and you have legitimate negotiating power. Don't rush, be selective, and use that leverage. The bottom line is this: the market isn't crashing, but it's absolutely shifting, and the recent trends are more dramatic than overall years suggest. This is exactly why you need someone who's watching these numbers every single day and knows how to position you to win. I'm Joe Nelson with the Nelson Home Group, Kansas City's highest rated real estate team on Google. Whether you're buying or selling, let's make sure you're making smart decisions based on what's actually happening right now, not what happened 6 months ago. Give me a call or shoot me a text at the number on the screen. Let's talk strategy. See you next month.